All right, check this out. Dig it. Got my ass up out of Trumpistan. A corporate country ran by a little bumpy man. Like, picture the son of Sam, but with a rusty tan. And plus a ball around the border and a Muslim band. Yes, it's Brother Ali from a tribe called Blessed. Filed for divorce from a bride called Neffs. That'd be the ego that drives my stress out of my mind, inside of my chest.
Welcome to the first official episode of Pope's Variety Hour. Here we'll be discussing the 12th track off of Brother Ali's The Undisputed Truth. The track's name is Uncle Sam Goddamn, produced by Ant of Atmosphere. Ali Douglas Newman, or as you may know him as, Brother Ali. He is an American rapper and member of the Rhymesayers Entertainment hip-hop collective. Known for his preaching style and controversial but true music, Ali has released 7 albums, 4 EPs, and a number of singles and collaborations. Today we'll be discussing one of his most known songs, Uncle Sam Goddamn. The title Uncle Sam Goddamn is a reference to Nina Simone's Mississippi Goddamn, which was about racism in the southern states of the United States. And both serve as a rude awakening for listeners on the atrocities the United States has afflicted upon the world, especially itself.
The name of this song is Uncle Sam Goddamn. It's a show tune, but the show ain't been written for it yet. We gonna see if Tony Jerome and the band can maybe work this shit out for me. Straighten me out right quick. I like it so far, man. Yeah.
Starting off with the intro, which is again another reference to Nina Simone's Mississippi Goddamn. They're both similar in their criticisms of American life as a whole.
Come on, let's go. Welcome to the United Snakes, land of the thief, home of the slave. Grand Imperial Guard, where the dollar is sacred and proud. Let's do this shit for real, come on now. Smoke and mirrors, stripes and stars, stolen for the cross in the name of God. Bloodshed, genocide, rape and fraud, written to the pages of the law, good law.
Now transitioning into the chorus, Ali aims to shed light to what he and many others believe to be the true goal of the United States. Referring to the deception towards Native Americans while we robbed them of their land and committed genocide towards countless individuals in the name of God during the colonization of the Americas, which was primarily Christian Europeans.
The cold continent latchkey child ran away one day and started acting foul. King of where the wild things are, daddy's proud, cause the Roman Empire done passed it down. Imported and tortured the workforce and never healed the wounds or shook the curse off.
The United States, or the latchkey child of England, were left alone to fend for themselves. Latchkey USA ended up acting foul. Ali then makes a Where the Wild Things Are reference, which is a children's book about a little boy going crazy without any supervision. Don't you guys remember that great movie by Spike Jonze that they made about it? Oh, it was so good. I know the next video we're probably going to be dissecting its beauty, I promise. Alright, let me get back to the song. Ali then references to the systematic slave trade that helped build the New World. Like the Roman Empire and British Empire, whom were imperialist rulers driven by militarization and the domination of other cultures. Ali is basically saying though slavery was ended, the damage had already been done. Psychological, cultural, and mental bondage was never lifted from the African people that grew up as slaves. In this verse, Ali refers to David and the Goliath, a biblical story depicting Goliath whom was going to war with his troops. The other side was sure they'd die, but David, a young boy, killed this Goliath with a small stone thrown to the head. This is basically saying the United States is the Goliath nation and the people need someone, a David of sorts, to save them from the United States.
All must bow to the fat and lazy. The fuck you obey me and why do they hate me? Who me? Only 2 generations away from the world's most despicable slavery trade. Pioneered so many ways to degrade a human being that it can't be changed to this day. Legacy so ingrained in the way that we think we no longer need chains to be slaves. Lord, it's a shameful display. The overseers even got raped along the way. Cause the children can't escape from the pain, and they born with the poisonous hatred in their veins.
All must bow to the fat and lazy. In my mind, at least, this seems as if it's referring to the hierarchy and rulers of the United States. whom are responsible for countless lives lost and destruction. And then they act surprised when people don't like them. Ali then discusses the fact that as a nation, many act as if slavery in the United States was abolished several hundred years ago, even though the last living American slave died in 1971. Ali then goes into how even though we aren't in bondage, we are essentially slaves to our government. We're expected to work for them, pay a quarter of our yearly salary to the government to support the murder of countless individuals.
Try and separate a man from his soul. You only strengthen him and lose your own. But shoot that fucker if he walk near the throne. Remind him that this is my home. Now I'm gone.
Many Americans are so patriotic that they view criticisms of the country to be personal insults. This may also be referring to the Castle Doctrine, and if you aren't familiar with any of that, it's basically, right, so it's basically a law in certain states such as Maryland, New York, and, more, that it states that you're allowed to shoot someone trespassing on your own personal property.
Hold on, give me one right here. Hold on. You don't give money to the bums on the corner with a sign bleeding from their gums. Talking about you don't support a crackhead. What you think happens to the money from your taxes?
These lyrics serve in the way that Brother Ali and many others point out the hypocrisy in people that use this to sort of excuse their lack of charity towards the homeless, while blindly contributing to a government that in many ways is very corrupt. In a way, he is also alluding to the idea that the United States government actually intentionally exacerbated the crack epidemic in the 1980s in poor, often minority communities, multiplying the irony and hypocrisy of the said talking point.
Shit, the government's the addict. With $1 billion a week, kill brown people habit.
Calling out the government as an addict, Ali continues with the theme of addiction from the last verse. This not only refers to the crack epidemic, but I believe also the United States foreign policy, given the opposition to the Iraq War, was one of the defining characteristics of Bush-era politics.
And even if you ain't on the front line, when Master yell crunch time, you right back at it.
Crunch time is a referation to tax season and getting taxes done by said due date. It also refers to the way workers in the United States support an imperialist capitalism society with their labor, which is what keeps those in power afloat in the first place. This is also supporting the idea that even if you aren't fighting in America's war, your taxes are supporting it, along with the death and destruction of countless individuals and the displacement of even more.
Man, look at how you hustling backwards. At the end of the year, add up what they subtracted. 3 out of 12 months, your salary pay for that madness. Man, that's savage.
This goes into how 3 out of 12 months is a quarter of your salary. Ali is talking about the income tax you pay and how it is again going towards the war effort.
See where they made Dan rather point the damn camera. Only approved questions get answered. Now stand your ass up for that national anthem.
Going into how we are expected to do as we are told and conform to all that the government wishes. For example, standing my ass up for the national anthem. But our government is not expected to answer certain things we ask, that we may only ask questions they deem appropriate. Ironically, this kind of seems violating of, our constitutional right for freedom of speech.
What's left? Get a big ass plasma to see where they made Dan rather point the damn camera.
By convincing people that material goods will make them happy, those in power are able to keep exploiting the majority of the population, with promises of having just enough money to buy the next big-ass plasma again, plugging back into the system. I would just like to thank everyone that tuned in. I know I'm not a great public speaker, not that I'm really in public, but just bear with me as I get better, hopefully, doing this. Thank you again, and let me know any thoughts. Just have a nice day and expect more content in the future. I'm going to be playing, a variety of games, dissecting some music, some movies, all that, fun stuff. I know I haven't really uploaded in a little bit. I've been, deep into Mass Effect. I'm playing it for the first time since the remaster came out, and it's sucking my soul. So again, bear with me. When I finish the first Mass Effect, I might even start uploading some clips and videos, or a playthrough of the second and maybe third. We might be playing some Orwell, Griftlands, all that, fun stuff. Just, yeah, expect some more content in the future, hopefully, unless this game kills me. Dear God, it might. And if there's any content that you'd like to see, if you'd like me to dissect more music like Brother Ali, such as maybe like a little bit of Immortal Technique or Mos Def, you know, anything like that, just leave a comment below and just let me know. Alright, and this concludes the first official episode of Pope's Variety Hour. Yeah, see ya.
He's gonna get away! Not if I can help it.